In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college football games happening on October 22nd, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. West Virginia versus Texas Tech. Texas Tech hosts West Virginia this week in a matchup between 2 3-3 squads. The Red Raiders are coming off of a close road loss to Oklahoma State, while the Mountaineers won on a last-second field goal to Baylor. These 2 teams will meet in Lubbock on Saturday, October 22nd. West Virginia is 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 conference games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games following a win, while the under is 9-3 in their last 12 games following an against the spread win. Texas Tech is 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games following a loss, and 1-7 against the spread in their last 9 games following an against the spread win, while the over is 5-1 in their last 6 games overall. West Virginia has lost 3 games in a row against Texas Tech as they look to snap that streak versus the Red Raiders. Mountaineers quarterback Daniels played well in the close win over Baylor last week, but the running attack led the charge. Texas Tech's defense struggles against the run as they give up 146 yards per game on the ground, which ranks 71st in the nation. The possibility of 3 quarterbacks rotating for Texas Tech scares me, and the continuity of their offense. The stock of Texas Tech is plummeting after 2 straight conference defeats to Kansas State and Oklahoma State. The momentum for West Virginia should carry them into this week and will be able to keep it close in Lubbock. So the West Virginia Mountaineers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. These are 2 of the highest scoring teams in the country, as Texas Tech is averaging 34 points per game. West Virginia is scoring an average of 39 points per game. The defenses are allowing an average of 30 points per game too. Coming into this season, many thought that Texas Tech would play a different brand of football under a new coaching staff. Yet here we are again with the Red Raiders hoisting the ball into the air 60 times a game, pushing it down the field, and putting up large point totals. West Virginia has moved in a similar direction, drifting away from their more traditional hard-nosed defensive approach in favor of a faster pace. Both of these teams are far better on offense than they are on defense. Both of these defenses are vulnerable, and both teams will try to exploit the other's soft spots. In addition to all of that, the over is 4-1 in the Mountaineers' last 5 games on field turf. The over is 4-0 in Red Raiders' last 4 games following a bye week. This total is really high, one of the higher totals on the slate in fact, and they will probably still eclipse it. Barring a high number of turnovers, this is likely to be a game where both teams trade scores quickly and aggressively from the jump. I expect this game to be a classic Big 12 game, as this will be a good old-fashioned shootout. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Texas versus Oklahoma State. Texas will travel to Stillwater and take on Oklahoma State from Boone Pickens Stadium this Saturday. Texas leads the all-time series 26-10 after winning in Austin last season, but Oklahoma State has won 2 of the last 3 matchups. Texas is 3-8 against the spread in their last 11 conference games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 road games, while the under is 5-0 in their last 5 games in October. Oklahoma State is 11-2-1 against the spread in their last 14 conference games and 16-5-1 against the spread in their last 22 games overall, while the over is 4-0 in their last 4 games against a team with a winning record. The Texas Longhorns have a solid offense, with Ewers and Robinson carrying the offense to their 5th win of the season. With Ewers, Robinson, and Worthy, the offense has options when it comes to play calling and won't be stuck relying on the passing game or the run game. The Longhorns' defense also has weapons that will expose the injured Cowboys' offense, including Sanders, who recently returned to the field after sustaining a shoulder injury. Sanders noticeably struggled against TCU, and the defense will pressure him and force errant throws or force him out of the pocket. Robinson has a good history against the Cowboys and will exploit the struggling run defense. Texas holds a 26-10 advantage in this series, but Oklahoma State has won 5 of the previous 7 meetings. The Longhorns definitely have the weapons to expose a leaky defense, so the Texas Longhorns to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. With the dynamic offense that the Cowboys have with a true dual-threat quarterback, they will gain quick yards and reach the red zone consistently. Oklahoma State will have options downfield and on the ground, including attacking with their quarterback. Ewers had a fantastic game last week against Iowa State, throwing for 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. With a performance like that, expect Ewers to be attacking through the air while switching it up with Robinson with some run-pass options to gain quick, easy yards. In addition, the Cowboys' pass defense has been abysmal this year, ranking 126th and allowing 301 yards through the air. Expect Ewers and the Longhorns to exploit that. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Ole Miss versus LSU. LSU hosts number 7 ranked Ole Miss on Saturday afternoon. The Tigers are coming off of a big away win over Florida as they edged the Gators by 10 points. The win over Florida was on the heels of a devastating home loss to then-ranked number 8 Tennessee. Ole Miss has been flying high this season as they are undefeated and on top of the Southeastern Conference West. The Rebels are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 road games and 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games following an against the spread loss. The Tigers are 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games on grass and 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 games in October. The under is 12-3 in Rebels' last 15 games overall. The under is 4-1 in Tigers' last 5 games overall. The Rebels are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 meetings in Louisiana State. The favorite is 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 meetings. The undefeated Ole Miss Rebels head to Death Valley for a Southeastern Conference West showdown against LSU. This game starts a stretch of 3 of 4 road games for the Rebels, including hosting Alabama next month. The Ole Miss offense is top 15 in the nation in yards per game and yards per play. They are also 129th in the country in time of possession, despite scoring 41 points per game. Obviously, they score fast and often. They are 3rd in the nation in third down conversion rate at 56.8%, and their offensive line has only allowed 2 sacks all season. Defensively, the Rebels have lapses where they allow their opponent to control games. They trailed Vanderbilt 20-10 and let a 21-0 lead over Auburn last week turn into a 28-24 game. Ole Miss also hasn't really been challenged yet, other than a low-scoring game against Kentucky in which multiple fumbles in the final minutes cost the Wildcats at least a shot at a tie. LSU's offense centers around quarterback Jaden Daniels, who also leads the team in rushing. Daniels has also been sacked more than any other quarterback in the Southeastern Conference at 21 times, which could be problematic as Mississippi is 2nd in the conference with 19 sacks on the season. LSU has also struggled against their 2 other biggest opponents this season, a loss to Florida State in the opener and then getting blown out at home against Tennessee. This could be a game where the team that has the ball last will win. This classic spot of an unranked team being favored against a ranked team is hard to ignore. I'll go with the better running game and the better coach in Lane Kiffin, so the Ole Miss Rebels to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Rebels will try to wear out the clock in this game using their amazing running game while LSU's offense can score, but not in bunches. LSU averages 34 points per game, which ranks 42nd in the country. In one of the biggest games of the weekend, this game will be dictated by who has the ball last. Points will not be scored quickly as each team will want to control the clock and put together long drives. Normally, when a team runs the ball 65% of the time like Ole Miss does, you wouldn't see a total this high, but the Rebels' quick strike ability has them scoring 41 points per game. LSU's offense, while not impotent, has found a way to score against average defenses. Ole Miss is an average Southeastern Conference defense allowing 346 yards per game. Containing LSU quarterback Jaden Daniels will be the biggest challenge for the Rebels. Ole Miss started out the season with 4 consecutive games under the total because their defense didn't allow opponents to score more than 27. In the last 2 weeks, Ole Miss has allowed more than 27 and the games went over. LSU will have to get to at least 28 if this is going over. I'm not sure they get there, and Death Valley isn't an easy place for any opponent to score. Additionally, the under is 5-0 in the Tigers' last 5 games following a straight-up win. The under is 9-1 in the Rebels' last 10 versus a team with a winning record. This total is simply way too much for these teams to hit. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.